Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. It is time for a new villain. Today it is the Aether, created by Zontan. In the author's own words, the Aether are a race of energy beings. They were ancient and powerful, but also apparently peaceful and quite spiritual, always going on about their pilgrimage, a collective desire to ascend to a higher plane of existence and leave the physical world behind. They neglected to mention that in doing so, they would destroy the galaxy and everyone in it. Hence, they are here as a villain. Destroy enough of their minions, and you'll provoke them into revealing their true colors, then take them down before they complete their pilgrimage and destroy everything you've ever loved. So yeah, we're going to be fighting some little sparky dudes. Fighting said sparky dudes are Stuntman, Impact, the Enlightened Mr. Fixer, and Elemental Hero Neos is back with another pile of variants. We'll get to those on his turn, and we're fighting, for some reason, in a modified version of Docthrath Capital. I said it like I didn't pick it, but yeah, you know. So, at the start of the game, put the Pilgrimage into play, shuffle the villain deck. At the start of the villain turn, if there are at least 6 sparks in the villain trash, flip this card. At the end of the villain turn, to the top card of the villain deck. So the sparks are the basic targets in the deck. The Pilgrimage is a relic. This card is indestructible. At the end of the villain turn, if the Aether is a target, so after they flip, it deals each hero target X energy damage, where X is the number of time counters on this card. No time counters on the card yet. That's interesting. I wonder how you get those. Alright, here we go. Hyperspace Missile's ongoing. The first time a villain target is dealt damage each turn, the villain target with the highest HP deals the source of that damage 2 projectile damage. Pretty simple. Then they get to play another card, Rage Spark. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 energy damage. Targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the next villain turn. Okay. Let's hit Neos, just because there's always the chance that he won't get to do anything on his turn. And here we go. Let's do the usual solution. Hit that spark for 2. The spark hits him back for 2. Destroy the ongoing card, and then hit it for 1 more. Then we'll use his power, hit it for 1, draw a card. So you can see that's half the spark's HP already. It may not last until Neos' turn. Impact is going to play Gravitational Lensing, and then we'll Force Blast for 3 infernal damage. I'm going to start with Toolbox. Draw 2 cards, and then we'll do Cheese Strike, take out that spark, and he'll go ahead and discard a card, draw a card. Alright, so Neos has nothing to do on his turn. We'll play Neos Space. Whenever Neos would switch to the base character card, you may discard 2 cards and switch to a different character card instead. Start of your turn, you may select a Neospatian in play. If you do, select that card's appropriate character card. So this is his base variant called Kluger. Power is Ultimate Nova. Play a 1-shot. If that card destroyed a target, Neos may deal each non-hero target 2 energy damage. That's pretty strong. And then the 2 other new variants, you've got Storm Neos, who has Ultimate Typhoon. Either Neos deals up to 2 targets 3 projectile damage each, or you may destroy an ongoing or environment card. And Nebula Neos. Storm is Air Aqua, Nebula is Dark Grand. Black Hole Crusher. Destroy a non-hero target with 3 or fewer HP. If you do, Neos may deal a target X infernal damage, where X is 3, plus that target's HP when it was destroyed. That's pretty rough, wow. And then I've just got the Glow and Flare base cards. But we're going to skip his power and just draw a card. Oh, and as a reminder, when a Neospatian would allow you to switch to a different character card, it has 2 or more keywords, prevent it unless the other required Neospatians are also in play. Whenever you use the power on a character card with 2 or more keywords, switch to the base character card unless all the listed Neospatians are in play. So that's why they're so strong, is because it's hard to get them out. Alright, Orbital Bombardment. Oh, okay. Well, sucks to be us. The Aether plays self-replicating nanites. At the start of the villain turn, choose a spark with exactly 1 copy in play. Search the villain deck and trash for a spark with the same name and put it into play. Shuffle the villain deck. I might let that sit out because we need more sparks. End of turn, we play Energy Spark. At the end of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, it's another Energy Spark. And 1 more. Dark Spark. At the end of the villain turn, each hero discards a card. Ooh, that's a problem. Now we have things to fight. Okay, let's take that guy out. Lance Flammies? Yeah. Hit all 3 of those for 2, draw a card. Impact will play Spatial Finesse, draw 2 cards. And then I'm going to do Force Blast. Let's just hit this for 2, draw a card. Mr. Fixer's going to play Jack Handle. That goes back in his hand. It's interesting, so I just drew in Medias Res. I don't want to use that yet because we need to flip the Aether first. Alright, so he'll hit all 3 of these for 2 radiant damage. Somebody has to discard a card. I don't think he'll do it again. Draw a card. Contact out. Returning number of Neospatians from in play or your trash to your hand. That's why I discarded that one. Neos regains a hit point for each one returned this way. Then with his power, we'll play Reverse of Neos. Neos may deal target 3 melee damage. We'll go ahead and take out an Energy Spark. I can switch to the base character card. If I do, I may play a card. Well, I am on the base character card, but because that destroyed a target, he hits everything else for 2. Forgot to do anything about the environment. Oh well. Draw a card. So, yeah, everybody take 4 energy damage. Genebound Ravagers, everybody take 2. Okay, start a turn. There's no sparks in place, so we just play a card. Lightning Spark. And then we play a Guardian Spark. Alright, if we take these two out, the Aether will flip, so we want to get rid of that ongoing if possible. Lightning Spark says at the end of the villain turn, the player with the most equipment cards in play destroys one of their equipment cards, and this card deals them H lightning damage. That's, well, it's either Mr. Fixer or Stuntman. That's going to be Mr. Fixer. Ow. Guardian Spark reduces damage dealt to all other villain targets by 1. Okay, well, that gives us a clear path forward. Let's play Steal the Scene, and we will flammy some stuff. Draw a card. Start of Impact's turn, we will Steal the Scene, hit this for 2, and then, let's see, Lance Flammies won't kill anything. I'm going to go ahead and use his base power, hit the Lightning Spark for 3 irreducible projectile damage. Alright, Accelerated Collision. Hit this for 3. I can play a card. Escape Velocity. You may destroy an ongoing card. Let's get rid of the nanites. Select up to 3 non-character targets in play with 2 or fewer HP. Place those targets on the bottom of their associated decks in any order. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of the Ravagers. We don't need them. That's one less thing to have to deal with. Then for his power, he will take out the Guardian Spark. Draw a card. Alright, Mr. Fixer's going for Toolbox again. And he will hit that for 2. Discard Riveting Crane, I guess. Draw a card. Alright, so we're going to play Instant Neospace. Increase the next damage dealt by Neos by 2. You may switch to a different character card. I don't need to deal a whole lot of damage, I just need to deal some damage. Let's go ahead and switch to Glow. And we'll use Shining Lance. Neos deals a target 5 radiant damage. Yeah, sure, he's gone. Neos regains 2 HP, switch to the hero character card, or the base character card. Alright, and draw a card. Dr. Wrath sends out Freedom Fighters. Ah, they don't act till the start of the environment turn now. Okay, start of turn, there are 6 sparks in the villain trash, so the Aether flips. 2 all-consuming energy. When flipped to the side, set this card's HP to 70. Shuffle the villain trash, reveal cards until H plus 1 sparks are revealed, put them into play, return the other revealed cards to the villain trash. So we're getting 5 of these 6 sparks into play. Whew, at least it's not both of the energy sparks. Alright, wowzers. At the end of the villain turn, put a time counter on the pilgrimage. Then if there are at least 10 minus H, so 6 time counters on the pilgrimage, the heroes lose the game. So we have 6 rounds to defeat the Aether. Kinda wish I had that jack handle back now. Alright, so now they get to play a card, unfortunately. Battlefield Regeneration. If the Aether is Ascended Being side up, play the top card of the villain deck, then shuffle this card into the villain deck. That is the other side. Otherwise, shuffle the villain trash, reveal cards until H minus 1 sparks are revealed, put them into play, put the other revealed cards in the villain trash. Yeah, so we get the last energy spark. Okay, they're all back. They're going on the pilgrimage. It's not good for us. Alright, time counter. The Aether deals each hero target 1 energy damage. Captain Cosmic would clean up here. Something no one ever said. Dark Spark, everybody discard a card. Lightning Spark, because it's going to destroy Lance Flammies and hit him for 4. Rage Spark hits the highest for 2. Oh, that's Neos. He actually can't deal damage. And then Energy Sparks do their thing. Bidding War. Destroy H plus 1 hero ongoing and equipment cards. That's awful. Player that destroyed the most cards may draw a card and play an ongoing or equipment card. So we lose all of our stuff. I can't even Spatial Finesse because that's only 4 things and we're destroying 5 of them. So it wouldn't do any good. But then Impact can draw a card and play an ongoing or equipment card. I think I'm going to play Decaying Orbit, hit the Guardian Spark for 2, and then the second Energy Spark plays another Battlefield Regeneration. Okay, good. We don't have any in the trash, so we're done now. Okay, Stuntman plays Dramatic Cliffhanger because that's all he's got. He's going to shoot the Aether for 1, draw a card. Start of turn, deal a target 2 projectile damage, I'll hit the Guardian Spark, destroy Decaying Orbit. Play Gravitational Lensing again. I'm glad I didn't destroy that previously. And then he will hit the Guardian Spark for 2, and draw a card. Mr. Flixer plays Salvage Yard. I got the jack handle back. Now the question is, do I want to play Overdrive? I could do 4 damage, but we're going to have to discard 2 cards. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to play Overdrive. So 2 damage to the Guardian Spark. We'll discard Toolbox, and then take the Guardian Spark out, and he'll discard the Pipe Wrench. Draw a card. Alright, Neo skips to draw 2 because he's got nothing. Alright, the Freedom Fighters deal each non-civilian target 2 lightning damage. Oof. Sadly, that's helping us more than it's hurting. Alright, and we play Rebel Headquarters. Oh, now we get it. Well, fine. They can stay in play. End of turn, Dramatic Cliffhanger. Draw a card. We'll use a power to hit the Aether for 3, and then we'll play in Medias Res, and it's his turn again. That means Neo still can't deal damage, which is unfortunate, but we need this. Alright, Lance Flammies. Let's do a bunch of dammies. And I'm going to hit the Dark Spark because that needs to go. Draw a card. Propulsion Field. Impact deals each non-hero target 2 energy damage. And then he will hit the Aether for 2. Draw a card. Alright, Mr. Fixer's going Jack Handle. 2 damage to everything. Takes out most of the sparks. Neos, discard a card. Draw a card. Alright, gonna do Common Soul. This card in his play, you may put a Neospatian from your hand or trash into play. I think I've still got one in there. Yeah, Air Hummingbird. First time each turn Neo switches to a different character card, you may draw a card. I'm going to play Contact Gate with his power. Either discard a Neospatian or search your deck for Neospatian, put it in your trash, and shuffle your deck. So we're going to go search for Aqua Dolphin. You may switch to a character card printed on that card. So I've got Air Hummingbird in play. I can switch to the Stormy Boy. Draw a card. That's really what I need. And draw another card. And Neos regains a hit point for every 3 cards in my hand, so he heals 1. Cool. Oh yeah, and he switched to a different character card, so I draw another card. Alright, that's good. Alright, the Freedom Fighters are hitting just the villain targets by sparks. Oof. And we get more Freedom Fighters. Excellent. So if the other guys die, we'll still have somebody on our side. Okay, the Aether plays Draining Spark. Oh, that's a new one. Okay, end of turn. Adds a token to the Pilgrimage. Everybody take 2 energy damage. Oh yeah, impact only takes 1. Draining Spark says at the end of the villain turn, this card deals each hero target 1 energy damage, and each villain target regains 2 HP. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that'll have to go. Alright, Stuntman's not looking so hot. Let's get him some stylish armor. And then he will Lance Flammies the Aether, and the Draining Spark, draw a card. I'm going to play Gravitic Orb. On the Aether, impact deals it 3 infernal damage. And then he will also hit it for 2 infernal damage, draw a card. Mr. Fixer's going to play Meditation, Driving Mantis. Yeah, and then 2 damage to everything. Not super hot because he takes out the Freedom Fighters, but that's okay. Somebody discard. Oh, we got 2 of those. Sure. Draw a card. I'm going to play Space Gift. One player draws up to X cards, where X is 2 plus the number of Neospatians in play. I'm going to have, actually, Neos draw 3 cards. I mean, he's got his card draw card out, but... And then we're going to use his power, deal up to 2 targets 3 projectile damage each. Hit the Aether, take out the Draining Spark. That worked out pretty well. And then I don't have both Neospatians in place, so we have to switch back to the base card. But that's fine, so it lets me draw a card, and then I heal 2. Awesome. Okay, Freedom Fighters hit the Aether for 2. Dr. Wrath Capital plays more Freedom Fighters. I did not plan this, but I'm okay with it. Alright, the Aether plays Matter to Energy, destroy all environment cards. Oh shit. Oh no. I was happy for about 2 seconds. Play as many villain cards as cards destroyed that way. Okay, so, number 1, Hyperspace Missiles. Number 2, Vortex Fields. Whenever a villain target would be dealt 3 or more damage, reduce that damage by 2. That's not awful. And number 3 is a Dark Spark. Oof, okay. Put a token on the Pilgrimage. First damage it deals is going to be prevented by Gravitic Orb. We're going to make that 2 Stuntman, so everybody else take 3 by Air Hummingbird. And then everybody discard a card. Oof. Alright, so if we hit them for 3 damage, it gets reduced by 2, and they will be retaliating also. So let's play the usual solution. I'll hit the Aether for 2, take 1 in return, destroy that card, and he'll hit both of them for 1. Then we will Lance Flammies, and draw a card. Alright, Impact is going to do Hurled Obstruction. Impact deals 3 targets 1 and 2 projectile damage each. Oh yeah, he will hit both of them, and then he'll hit Mr. Fixer and redirect it to the Aether. In fact, I should have done that with Lance Flammies too. Oh well, that's fine. If we lose by 2 HP, we know why. Reduce damage dealt by villain targets by 1. That'll be good. And then he will hit the Aether for 2 and draw a card. We're getting there, but I'm feeling the pressure. We're halfway to losing and 1 token away from being absolutely devastated. Mr. Fixer is going to play Harmony, and he's going to hit everything for 3. Oh wait, that gets, that gets reduced by 2, doesn't it? Okay, I'm not going to play Harmony, because that will not hurt things. That will in fact hurt things less. I will play Toolbox, and then just do 2 damage to everything, which still takes out the Dark Spark, so that's fine, and he'll discard it Bloody Knuckles. Draw a card. I'm going to do Instant Neospace. Increase the next damage dealt by Neos by 2, and I switch to a different character card. So I'm going to switch to Storm and use its power immediately, so I'm not even going to change it. We will destroy the Vortex Fields that let him draw a card. Draw a card. Alright, Dr. Wrath recovers with some Ravagers. But he take 2. Fixer redirects it to the Aether. Alright, Guardian Spark comes out. Add a token to the thing, and it's only dealing 3 damage, only. But that's going to be gone in a minute. Steal the Scene. Lance Flammies. We'll hit the Aether, hit the Guardian Spark, hit the minions, and then hit Mr. Fixer and redirect it to the Guardian Spark. Draw a card. See, I can learn. Start a turn, let's steal the scene, hit the Guardian Spark for 2, use his base power, hit the Aether for 3. And then Hurled Obstruction goes away. Accelerated Collision, I will drop the Guardian Spark. I can play a card, let's play Slingshot Trajectory. He deals a target 3 infernal damage, and then we'll go and use its power, hit that for 3 projectile damage. Awesome. Draw a card. Toolbox goes back in his hand, Mr. Fixer plays Grease Gun, because, good lord, we need it. I'm going to play Convert Contact, search my deck for an ongoing card and put it in my hand. Yeah, he's only got the 2, but it's worth having. And then I get to draw a card. Power, we will use, we will play Neos Force, Neos deals a target 4 melee damage, or up to 2 targets 200 damage each, so he'll hit the Aether for 4. We're doing the second thing here, and he's got the +2. And then he hits the Ravagers for 2. He destroyed them, so he deals each non-hero target 200 damage. Draw a card. We're almost there. This last round is going to hurt a bunch. Abject Refugees. Oh, cool. Cool. Oh wait, it's not going to hurt a bunch because we've got Grease Gun out. Colony Ship. Alright, add a token. Okay, when this card enters play, restore all sparks to full HP. And the Aether is not a spark, so that's good. Start of the villain turn, put a time counter on the Pilgrimage. Well, we'd better win before then, shouldn't we? Speaking of which, put a time counter on the Pilgrimage, we would all be taking 5 damage and Mr. Fixer would die, except that he played Grease Gun. Let's finish this. Violent Escalation. Deal 3 targets 1 projectile damage each. They can't hit back. He hits the Aether for 3 melee damage. Lance Flammies. And hit Mr. Fixer and redirect it to the Aether and we win. Wow. Yeah, we were 1 round away from losing, but came through in the end. I had nothing to worry about. I had Stuntman on my team, and he's the best hero, despite what guys might say. So, let's take a look at the rest of their deck. I have a feeling we might have seen all of it. Yes, we have. In fact, they have another colony ship and another bidding war. But yeah, it's a fairly challenging and mostly very tense fight, which is cool. This variant of Neos feels extremely strong. I do like this one as an upgraded version. I didn't get to use this, but that also feels very strong. But again, upgraded version needs 2 Neospatians to work, so it's fine. As always, thank you for watching. Tabletop Simulator Review Sentinels Called in DLC. Zontan's custom Sentinels decks and Delphage's archives are not less great games products. Please support the official release and flip.